Tony D here with a different type of review. I ran into this in the local comic shop. Shout out Speeding Bullet. That's my comic book family. I love them and I always will. I totally enjoy going there. They treat me good. If you're in the Norman, Oklahoma area, check them out. They'll treat you good. They'll find you stuff you're into, or they spend the time with you. So it's cool. Love all the employees too. The back stock they have, I really enjoy it. I find a lot of good stuff. If you're a digger, go dig in there. There's some minty fresh stuff in those boxes. So I found this, the Punisher Final Days. I was slumming in the Punisher boxes and I never ran into this. And the more I got into it, I just bought it because I always liked Scarface, or Jigsaw. I'm sorry, Jigsaw. I always thought Jigsaw was an interesting villain because Punisher jacked him up. So this is 7-7 of Requiem. And I'll just get you caught up to this issue because this issue leads into 2 more issues that I'm going to review. And I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to show what I show, give you my thoughts, and go from there. And remember, this was written in 1992. A lot of stuff going on. And it's really an example of how comics reflect our society at a point in time. It doesn't mean they're bad. It's just the way they are. It's a part of our history, and we should never get rid of that. They had government-sponsored book burnings when the seduction of the innocent was in full swing. That's horrible. I'm setting all that up because this can be controversial. So, get you caught up. Jigsaw cuts up our boy here. Hugh Haynes doing the pencils. Mike Barron is doing the writing. You got Jim Palmiotti doing the inks. Ken Lopez leather. Mary Javins colorist. You got all kinds. There's old Tom DeFalco. Top Gun. What's going on there? Okay, but anyways, Jigsaw has cut up our boy pretty bad. And so he is with, this is a plastic surgeon, highly experimental. She was turned into a drug addict inadvertently, but this is good artwork. When I read this, I was shocked at how this comic book didn't cost that much. So this is another point I try to make in reviews is there's stuff out there, great artwork, worth reading. Look at that. Bam, like that is pure Punisher action. So he's all jacked up. So, yeah. Love the dark. So he's got to get her. He needs to get plastic surgery where no one can recognize him. He's at a point where he's got to go undercover because people are in danger because they know him, and Jigsaw got him good. So as they're making their getaway, Punisher's fixing to pass out and all that. He's pretty jacked up. And she needs a fix. She's a drug addict. And there's our boy Kingpin. I love that shot. Look at that. Ominous. Dude screwed up. Doing his thing. And that's what happens when you screw up with the king. Back then, Kingpin didn't play either. So that guy's gone. You got some surveillance going on. I believe this is microchip. I never got into the microchip thing. I didn't like Punisher hanging out with a techie guy. I guess he needed it, but we all know what happened to him. So he's going. He's got to get some information. He's getting it. Nice shot. You know, this run of Punisher in this series of the 50s, 60s, 70s, like even to the 100s, there's some great artwork. Very affordable prices. If anything, get it for the artwork. Look at that. And he tells her, I want you to change where no one will know me. And she's, I'm not exactly a plastic surgeon, but I did some high-level stuff with melanoma, skin pigmentation. So they make it to pretty much one of her labs. Probably more of a junkie thing, but she probably stitches up bad guys, does things of that nature to get her stuff. Yeah, and he's real adamant. Change me where my best friend won't know me. It's one of those things. It has to happen. And I love how he starts having flashbacks to his family. They do it really well. The TV. it fuzzes out. Yeah. They flash back a lot to a lot of things the Punisher's been through. And for me, it's important to see it sometimes because he is truly, if you want it done and done right, he does it. He ain't like Batman. You know what I'm saying? So, a couple of criminals bust in on her and Punisher's out. They're wanting drugs. I don't even know if I can say that stuff, but I'm going to do it. It's a Punisher, but whatever. Let's do it right. They're giving her the treatment. She's a street girl. She takes care of business. Yeah. She's really seeing the errors of her way. So that's actually an important thing because now you want me to be a doctor? I'll be a doctor. Because when she's talking to him as they're escaping and stuff, and he asks her what happened, and she was going to school to be a doctor and was really good. And then to continue with the work, she had to take uppers. And then that whole cycle, the uppers, you had to take downers to sleep. So it's your typical cycle. She throws him down. Good girl. And so the Punisher, he's on anesthesia. So I've had weird things under anesthesia. Not like that, but I totally get it. This is good artwork. Totally good. So he's coming too. And the Punisher, he's all action. He can take a lot of damage. He can take a licking and keep on ticking. I love it. She even asks him if he has a sense of humor in here somewhere. And she's wanting to explain what she did. She's like, yeah, you're bullheaded. Hope you got a sense of humor, so hold still. She cut his hair. She did what he wanted, and that's what happened. She turned him into a black man. Of course you would look surprised, but that's where they end it. That's interesting. Very interesting. You got some pinups here. I think it's a good story. He's got to go undercover. He's got to be unrecognizable. That's how you can do it. And this gets the E-Gerb. So issue 60, I have to get that. That's the only issue I have to get. 61, he teams up with Luke Cage. And 62 is the Fade to White story arc. And I'm just going to keep it rolling. But like I said, there's hidden gems out there that are affordable. You don't have to buy the first appearance of Punisher to enjoy the Punisher. I like to find the little gems in between. There's good story arcs. There's interesting stuff. You just got to dig. Go to your local comic shop, support them, and dig. And you can get stuff like this. Get it?